Ulterion managed to steal more chocolate and his things back. He travelled through the desert for a while until he found an oasis. He thought he was safe until he was caught in the middle of a property dispute between some koala people, koalians, and some kangaroo people, kangarooginese. But that's a story for a different day. Ulterion wandered the desert. Burning in the sun. He grabbed a canteen from one of his packs and tried to drink, but there was nothing to drink.
Why didn't I grab water at that oasis?
Ulterion threw his canteen away in a rage and continued his track to, well, anywhere out of the sun. Ulterion laid on the ground, gasping for breath. As he succumbed to the heat.
Just a little nap.
And fell unconscious. Ulterion awoke and looked around at nothing but desert, and more desert. Ulterion breathed heavily, with no moisture on his face.
Help! Anybody?
But Ulterion saw no one, and there was no response. Ulterion struggled across the desert against the harsh winds, trying to find someone or something, anything, until he heard something.
Huh?
In the distance, Ulterion heard water crashing on the beach. Ulterion smiled.
Water!
Ulterion started running. Ulterion ran and ran, despite the strong desert winds. Ulterion needed to get to that beach.
Water! 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 Water!
Ulterion ran across the desert with hope in his heart, as he heard the beach getting closer.
Water! Water! Water!
Ulterion stopped running when he saw a horrifying sight.
Water?
A gargantuan tidal wave loomed over Ulterion. Ulterion shook his head in disbelief and horror as the tidal wave came towards him.
Water!
The wave crashed over Ulterion. Water splashed into Ulterion's face, causing him to sputter awake.
What? Where?
Ulterion found himself in a cage on wheels, traveling to... he didn't know. Ulterion found himself on a bed made of thatch.
Good morning, my friend.
And a strange creature looking over him. This creature had a head of what looked like a cobra, mixed with an ostrich. His beak had two sharp tips on the end. His body was humanoid with the exception of ostrich legs and vulture-like wings on his back. It smiled at Ulterion. At least, Ulterion thought it was smiling.
You are quite the sleeper, my friend.
Ulterion smiled nervously.
Hello, Matt.
Ulterion looked around, desperately trying to change the subject.
Where are we?
The creature man looked around and smiled at Ulterion.
The desert, my friend.
Ulterion rolled his eyes.
Thanks.
Ulterion looked at the cage he was in.
What's this?
Ulterion's friend continued to smile.
A cage, my friend. You're so helpful.
Ulterion's friend continued to smile, seemingly not understanding sarcasm. Ulterion composed himself and decided to risk one more question.
Can you at least tell me where we're going? Yes, I do, my friend.
Ulterion smiled.
Great.
Ulterion stared at his new friend for a few minutes.
Where are we going?
Oh, we're going to Aktenan, my friend.
Ulterion looked puzzled.
Aktenan.
Ulterion pretended to go to sleep so his new friend wouldn't bother him. He kept one eye open to look through the bars, although there was not much scenery to look at as he saw sand dune after sand dune after sand dune. The boredom put Ulterion to actual sleep until
My friend, wake up, my friend.
his friend was trying to wake him up.
What?
Ulterion's friend pointed towards something ahead.
We are here, my friend.
Ulterion looked to where his friend was pointing, and his jaw dropped at a massive city of gold. Large golden gates opened. Letting the wagon train into the bustling city. Ulterion looked around in wonder.
This place is made of gold.
Ulterion's friend laughed.
Of course, my friend. Aktenan is known as the city of gold, my friend. Did you not know that, my friend?
Ulterion sneered at his friend.
I'm not from around here.
That's a parrot, my friend.
Ulterion rolled his eyes. He couldn't wait to get away from his new friend. The wagon rode through the city until it came to a large tent. Ulterion looked at the tent with worry.
What's going on? What's with this tent?
That's our new home, my friend.
Ulterion looked nervous.
Are there more tents? It's going to be rather cramped.
Ain laughed as he slapped Ulterion on the back.
Very funny, my friend.
Ulterion sneered.
Glad I amuse you.
The slave driver creature that looked like Ain in gold armor opened the cage doors
Into your quarters.
and ushered out the merchandise. Night fell over Aktenan, and a few slave traders guarded the tent, while the merchandise slept in cages that were way too small.
I wouldn't think I would miss the wagon.
Ulterion's friend was kept in a cage next to Ulterion, lucky for him.
It will be better in the morning, my friend.
Ulterion sneered as sleep slowly took him.
Yeah, sure it will.
Ulterion managed to fall asleep in his current lodgings.
Wake up, my friend.
Ulterion awoke to see his friend kneeling outside his cage. Ulterion waved off his friend.
We need to leave, my friend.
A few more minutes.
Realization came to Ulterion.
Wait,
Ulterion grabbed the bars of his cage.
how did...
Ulterion's friend put a finger to his lips.
Shh.
Ulterion's friend started picking the lock of his cage.
Let's get you out of here, my friend.
Ulterion and his friend, whose name was Ain, by the way, managed to crawl under the tent and make their way into the city. Ulterion and Ain made their way through the alleys and marketplace at night, until they found a safe alley to rest in. Ain smiled at Ulterion.
Freedom is nice, isn't it, my friend?
Ulterion nodded.
Indeed, my friend. Damn it, now you have me doing it.
Sorry, my friend. I have a speech impediment that makes me end my sentences, my friend. My friend.
Ulterion nodded, looking puzzled.
I see. That's very interesting and specific problem.
Ain shrugged.
Makes me who I am, my friend.
Ulterion told me he would acquire some supplies. He had acquired some clothes from the washing line to hide that he wasn't a Keelnotchie, the race of Ain and Ulterion's captors. He targeted a food stand and a sleeping merchant.
Since I am shopping,
Ulterion brought out his list.
next ingredient is
Ulterion read through the list curiously.
Smatt saliva.
Ulterion thought to himself.
It's a Smatt.
Ulterion managed to acquire several apples he had paid for stuff.
Don't, my friend.
Ulterion smiled, as pleasant as he could, mouth full of apples.
I'm gonna start sleeping market.
Ain swallowed a big piece of apple before talking to Ulterion again.
So what are your plans, my friend?
Ulterion swallowed a big piece of apple before talking to Ain.
I have to get my hands on something called Smatt Saliva. But after that, I'm leaving.
Ain stared at Ulterion in shock, which confused the comrade.
What?
Ain looked away from Ulterion.
I need to show you something, my friend.
Ulterion and Ain made their way through the city to a coliseum. Ulterion and Ain managed to sneak their way into the coliseum through a secret tunnel.
I will take you to see this mat, but I must warn you, my friend. You may want to quit your journey, my friend.
I'm already there.
What was that, my friend?
Ulterion shook his head.
Nothing. Let's go.
Ain and Ulterion lifted a grate into the stables. Ain brought Ulterion to a stable.
All right, my friend. Here it is, my friend.
Ulterion looked into the stable and was surprised to see a rabbit on a rock. Ulterion looked at Ain in surprise.
Really?
Ain stared towards the stable in fear.
Be careful, my friend.
Ulterion rolled his eyes and climbed into the stable.
My friend.
Ulterion dropped into a pile of hay and was afraid that he would spook the rabbit. When the rabbit didn't do anything, Ulterion breathed a sigh of relief. Ulterion slowly made his way towards the rabbit, reaching towards it, also very slowly, towards its mouth.
It's gonna be gross.
Ulterion touched the rabbit's mouth.
Huh?
And found no mouth. He looked closer and found that the rabbit had no eyes, or nostrils, or fur even. This wasn't a rabbit at all, but some fleshy mass in the shape of a rabbit. Ulterion pulled his hand away in disgust.
Is this the Smatt?
Ulterion heard Ain behind him.
That's part of this mat, my friend.
Ulterion looked at the rabbit in shock and horror.
Part of the Smatt.
Ulterion looked down as he heard a low growl. The rock the rabbit is standing on opened a yellow reptilian eye that glared up at Ulterion. Ulterion backed away in horror as the rock started to unfold itself into what looked like a horse-crocodile hybrid. Its maw, that looked like a fleshy fish hanging from its lower jaw, opened into rows of razor-sharp teeth. Ulterion backed his way towards Ain.
Ain, go get help.
Ain panicked.
But
Just go.
Ain ran off. Ain ran through the stable shouting.
help my friend. Help my friend.
Ulterion ran around the stable with the Smatt chasing. Ain continued running through the stable.
Help my friend. Help my friend.
Ulterion fell in a corner,
Oof.
trapping himself as the Smatt grew closer.
Nice Smatt. Good Smatt. Please don't eat me.
As the Smatt came closer, Ulterion noticed it was drooling, A plan formed in his mind. Before he could implement it, the stable door opened, which excited Ulterion.
Freedom!
Ulterion only had one shot. Ulterion ran towards the Smatt, grazed its chin with his bracelet, collecting some drool, much to the Smatt's confusion, and made his way to the stable door. Ulterion ran out of the stable, but in his excitement he tripped.
Whoa!
And fell to the ground. Ulterion looked up to see Ain looking down on him with a nervous smile.
I have good news and bad news, my friend.
Ulterion looked up with concern.
What is it?
Good news, my friend. I found help, my friend.
Ulterion smiled.
Great. Who?
2 Keelnotchie guards pointed golden spear tips towards Ulterion's face.
Ah. I see the bad news.
One of the guards gestured with his spear.
Heat up.
Ulterion slowly stood up. The 2 guards chuckled.
Say, since the infidel wants to see the Smatt so bad, we should put them in the pit together.
Ulterion put up a finger.
Could I say something here?
The 2 Keelnotchie guards glared at the human.
What? Speak, infidel.
Did anyone close the Smatt stable?
The Keelnotchie guards looked at each other in fear. They looked back towards the stable, which was open, to see the Smatt glaring at them. Ulterion managed to run past the guards while giving them a reassuring pat on the back.
Good luck.
The Smatt lunged towards one of the guards, knocking one of them down. The Smatt bit into the guard, and the guard screamed, until his screams were stopped as he turned into corn. Ulterion looked back as he ran, watching in horror and confusion. He looked at Ain.
Did that guy just turn into corn?
Ain nodded. Ulterion shook his head in disbelief.
This place is weird.